And joining us now from Washington, D.C., we have Gary Hufbauer, a senior fellow at the Peterson Institute. And Gary previously served as Deputy Assistant Secretary for International Trade and Investment Policy at the U.S. Treasury Department during the Carter administration. Good to see you once again, Gary. So as Stephen Engel was reeling off that list of trade spats, now we have glossy paper, steel, tires, now aluminum. What does the U.S. have? Do they have a legitimate case here? And will they just, limit these dumping duties?
Well, there are a couple of levels of litigation on this, and certainly, I think almost certainly, the Commerce Department and the International Trade Commission will give final affirmative decisions in this aluminum case, and as they have in the steel case and paper and on and on. You've got the list there. Then, of course, China will appeal to the WTO, and there it's not quite so certain what the outcome will be, but I'd say China has an uphill task to get these cases reversed in the WTO. However, I want to emphasize that these are pretty much administrative law cases that go according to kind of formulas that have been concocted over the years and don't have a lot of high policy input. The one big thing, though, which Stephen did mention, which is a high policy question, is whether the administration, the Obama administration, is going to tack on a currency subsidy figure onto any of these cases, starting with the aluminum case.
But that's what I mean, Gary. When I talk about legitimacy, is it about China really selling aluminum, I guess, at cut prices, which is undermining U.S. manufacturers? Or is this, again, about the RMB debate? Is this about protecting U.S. jobs and industry?
Well, the first case, at the first level, it's about China subsidizing the price of electricity and other inputs into the aluminum, which is then extruded and sold into the U.S. market. There is the second issue, though, of the currency, which, of course, U.S. aluminum producers would like to see tacked on. The Commerce Department and the administration has resisted this suggestion so far, though there are bills in Congress which would insist that they put it on. That's the big blockbuster in this and the other cases.
Okay, and what about the midterm elections? You know, politicians have to look good to their voters coming up in the next few months in November. Do you think we'll see more trade disputes with China because of this, just to showboat a little bit?
Oh, for sure. I mean, there are a number of bills in Congress going forward which are very key to the election. Where they'll actually be enacted remains to be seen, but there are very active hearings going on. There are about 3 or 4 major bills which at least have a chance of being passed. In addition, more cases will be brought. It is almost certain. And of course, China is bringing their cases against the U.S. So we have quite a bit of trade spat going on, and it will certainly continue for the rest of this year.
Okay, Gary, thank you for your time. Nice talking to you. Gary Hufbauer of the Peterson Institute.
Hey,
okay, well, it's